guys back to Let's Talk Marriage, where we speak marriage through transparency.
Transparency.
And we are also going to let you know that we are streaming from several
Platforms.
streaming platforms, one being Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Instagram.
Instagram, Reddit. We're on Instagram right now live. And we are also on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube at Ilias and Taisha Carvel, or you can look up Let's Talk Marriage, and you should find us because we have so many videos up for you guys to actually see. So, what we're talking about today is dealing with family or family members who are problemsome when you're going out to the family's house for holidays. And so my husband was bringing up some points. Do you remember what you were saying?
Yes, I was saying that, should we care if people are angry with us? I'm at the point in my life where I'm mature. When you grow up in a home, and you have family members, things happen when you're at the age of 10. But when you get grown, you mature and understand that certain things you could not change, certain things you could have changed, things you could have done better. But you use the experience to make yourself better for yourself and anybody that's around you. And what happened is some people, they grow up with anger in their heart or anger on how their life end up, and they blame everything about everybody around them and want them to suffer with them about their own personal issue they have with their own life. And they want you to be mad. They find every reason to make you mad or start an argument for some odd reason. You're looking like, are you serious? I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to spend time with my family. And they're looking at you like, whatever. No, should I care? No, I don't care. Because I'm at the point in my life where I am mature enough to understand that I am in control of my destiny and who I am. They are not. They don't pay no bills. They don't put no food on my table. They don't even pick up my family. So why should I care? All I can do is love them and move on. Leave them right where they at. Right. Because if you sit here and aggravate yourself, why so and so acting like this here, you're going to find yourself in a point where you end up in depression, aggravation, angry, take out on your family or somebody else, just because now this person will move on and say, I did what I want to do. I got her mad. Really?
Yeah.
That made no sense. And it's like, what satisfaction do you get out of that? There's no satisfaction in that. Satisfaction in that. That's redundant, really.
It's crazy. So yeah, so we do have those family members. Not like I was saying earlier, we're not having that issue anymore, especially when you're joining families, like when you're blending families. It's kind of hard because I hear people say all the time, oh, that's just how they are. Oh, that's just how that person is. And for me, I would always say, well, they could change. Correct. Because that's not how I am. Why do I have to suffer or deal with that person just because you guys have learned how to maneuver around somebody's nastiness? And is there not a point where you are able to say to that person, that's unacceptable? So we have actually grown past that because it used to happen to us like all the time. Like, oh my God, I hated going to family functions. But as we grew and as I started to learn more about, oh, my eye just wants to be stuck. As we grew and as we learned more about people and their behaviors, for me, I learned how to just not accept it, but how to show love, give grace, and say, hey, it's okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just here to say hello and move on around them. Yeah. If that's how they are, then let them be like that with their nastiness
by themselves.
But what I've also learned is that giving them a little hug and say, hey, I love you, and then just walk away.
Correct.
And each year, as I continued to do that, I started to see people change. So when they did see me, whether it was your family or my own family, correct, when they did see me, I was received well because they were just like, well, she's just going to come and say, I love you. She's going to come eat and going to do whatever. Correct. And then we're out.
Exactly.
And so, but you have some family members that are, and I've seen it all over Facebook. I've seen the wonderful things, on Facebook. And then I've seen some things where it's just like, oh my God, like if we are adults and God gives us grace.
Correct.
Are we not supposed to give other people grace, especially if you know their story?
Correct.
Are we not allowed to? We have to give them a little grace. We don't have to accept their
No.
foolishness because we can leave.
Easy. 1, 2, 3. Walk out the door.
Walk right on out the door. But we have to give people grace and understand that they may still be hurting. Like my mom, passed away in September, and I was very surprised at the outcome of my family that came. And we all just celebrated. We talked about her and how she would call the day before and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
somebody come pick me up and come bring me to grandma's house." And it was just a really, 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 it was a fun time.
Because what people don't understand, when a person passed, that's not the time to bring up old crap. It's a time to celebrate life. It's the time that you have the person, the good and the bad, no matter what it was. But to sit here and bring down people whole or because you're angry, that is kind of off, especially at a family function. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Can you get in your car and go about your business?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy that we are growing in a different way. Like we've really grown. Nobody has to tell us. Like
No.
we know that we've grown. And because we've grown, we just learn how to maneuver around people. But I do like now that when people see us, they automatically just smile. I don't know what it is, but they smile. They're happy to see us. And it's just amazing to go around both sides of the family and be received well. Like we can't even hop fast enough because everybody's saying, "Hey, come over here." "No, come over here. Why are you late? Get over here." And we're just like, wow, this is something different. And it's actually something that we've been waiting on for a long time.
And I think that comes with maturity.
Yeah. Do you think it's us that needed to mature?
We do, yes.
So how did we need to mature?
Mature and understand that it don't matter how people feel. We're going to feel the way we're going to feel no matter what. So if I'm walking in the building, no matter how mad you are, I'm going to have a good day.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, I'm going to smile myself off because God graced us with a day that he didn't have to give us.
You do that very easily. It was hard for me to learn how to do that. Because we had one little thing did happen with a family member, and this person was holding on to something with me, and then they shared some things in a text message, and it was just horrible. And I was like, "Babe, I don't understand." And then they were saying, "Well, you know what you did," and I'm like, "Well, if shut up," I said, "Well, I don't know what I did, but if you continue to hold what I did and hold it hostage against me and you never share it, we will never get past this."
Correct.
And what I was able to say, and I know, like I said, nobody has to tell me that I'm maturing. What I was able to say is that whenever you're ready, I'm here. I love you. I'm holding nothing in my heart towards you. I am here for you whenever you're ready. Until then, you can keep your distance. I respect your boundaries.
Correct.
And I was so proud of myself. You were like, look at you. I'm growing, because usually what would I do?
Oh,
I'd cuss them out.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? I was snapping my fingers going crazy.
The thing is, I remember this discussion years ago, even before I got married. Somebody came to me about somebody being mad with them, and it was carrying on about, I don't know what I did to so and so and so on. I said, "Man, ask you a question." And when that happened about 2-3 years ago, I said, "I guarantee they forgot about it, and you still hold on to it."
Those of you who have any comments, or if you want to come on the line, you can also come in and you can dial the number 754-303-9976. Also, make sure that you tag at least 2 or 3 people, because it may not be for you. You and your family may be doing great, and it may not be for you, but it may be for somebody else. We always tell you guys this. We have family that comes on, and you guys get us together. Those of you who, help us with our audio, and you check us in the background.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate that. But we also want you to, tag a few people.
Let them know we're on.
Let them know that we're on. And also, this may be for somebody that is struggling and going through this, and they may have something they want to ask.
Because I'll tell you no truth. I ain't going to tell you no lie now. If we had the help that we are presenting to you now, we probably been a lot further on in life. But I thank God the things that we've been through, because it wasn't for us; it was for somebody else. Now we're able to help somebody else that may went through the same similar situation that we went through, or something similar to what we went through.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can help them become better. The Bible says that delivery come through with testimony. This is
Mm-hmm.
our testimony.
Absolutely.
And people get delivered from that because now they say, oh, I could come out of this because I'm now understanding that I don't have to sit here in this. I could
Absolutely.
come better. I could do better. I could see a better future for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people sit in their foolishness, not understanding that they could come out of it.
Yeah.
And they're holding this grudge against the whole world. And this would cause a big family dysfunction within the family because nobody told their loved one that they could be healed.
Well, if you have a bunch of loved ones that are walking around and continuously stabbing old
Because
wounds,
they need healing.
well, I know, but it's hard for somebody to come out if they don't know how.
Correct.
So we were able to get out
because we separate ourselves.
We separated ourselves, and we needed deliverance. We needed to be healed from family brokenness, from church hurt, from a lot of different things, and we were able to pull back. And now, I don't know if it's because, like Medea said, when you turn 40, a light bulb comes on. I don't know if it was when I turned 40, but things just started to happen. Nothing, those little small things, even when friends drop off, it doesn't bother me like it used to. I thought I needed all these people and things, and I realized very, very quickly that it doesn't matter. It didn't matter, and their problems are their problems, and they're hurting. And who am I to say that they need to stay with me just because I want them?
Exactly. If they needed help, they know how to ask for it.
Absolutely. Give me your cell phone.
Oh, here.
Because I wanted to look up a scripture.
Okay.
But so last week, are we done with this topic? Are you guys done with this topic? Did you want to share anything or
experience that you may think that could help somebody else?
Yeah, an experience that you've had. You can put it up here and we'll post it on the screen for others to be able to view. And, share your experiences, because sometimes people don't know. They don't know. They don't know what you've gone through. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know how you have overcome these things.
Sometimes a smile is just what it is, a smile. People don't understand what's actually behind that smile.
Mm-hmm.
And people look at, he's doing great. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's perfect. But how did I get to this point? That's why I don't try to be like anybody else, because I don't know what their struggle was to get where they at. Mm-hmm. Let me try to be a better me. Let me try to focus on something with a goal in mind that I could reach. Not trying to reach sister, or brother goal that I know for a fact. I don't know how they got where they at. Mm-hmm. A lot of them had to do some things that you don't even want to think about. Mm-hmm. Then when you go through what they've been through, you're like, oh my God, I wish I would have had walked my own road, went down my own street.
Absolutely. Yeah, because sometimes when we're following people or just trying to hold on to them, and it reminds me of like a car. If you're driving, somebody's driving, and you're holding on to the back of that vehicle, and they're just dragging you.
Correct.
And that's not what you're not meant to do that. Sometimes you got to let people go so that you can live.
Correct.
Let these people go. If God putting them or removing them out of your life, let them go.
Yeah, because they can be an anchor to your life, and you don't want that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, we wanted to bring up the topic of the young. I had the picture. It's on my Facebook, but no, I'm gonna just leave this here. But the young lady, I think her name is Shatara or something like that. But it's been all over social media where her friends and so-called loved ones. Apparently, you got a lot to say. But her so-called loved ones unalived her. I don't know if we're able to say certain words, but you got to say unalive. You have to use those particular buzzwords.
That's not here no more.
And they took her on this trip.
No, she took them on that trip.
She took them on the trip?
She paid for everything.
And
she paid for everything. She was a business woman. She was a young 25-year-old business young lady. Mm-hmm. And she thought she had friends for 5 years, that she thought she knew them. And she paid for them to go on a trip for their birthday.
All of them.
All of them. When she got out of town to Mexico, they decided to, she paid for dinner. She had like $10,000 on her. She had a Louis Vuitton purse. She had a lot of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And what happened was they drunk, they ate the whole night. And the next morning, they slept almost till the evening. Mm-hmm. They woke her out of her sleep, beating on her. Literally beating on her like she was a rag doll. after she was literally waking up from a probably a hangover. And they beat her so bad they turned around, slammed her, broke her spinal cord in her neck,
Mm.
and left her there and called the family and told the family, oh, she was alcohol poison. But then came back with a luggage with money missing and her purse and everything else missing. They went on a shopping spree and everything else. Now they are completely, everybody disappeared. They can't find nobody. Arrest warrant been issued, but they can't find nobody.
You know, when we were younger, our parents always told us, I don't know what's up with this new generation, but our parents always told us to be careful of the company you keep. That goes for family members as well. Be careful of the company you keep. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good morals.
Correct.
I'm teaching this to my children now. This whole thing with this young lady brought up a lot of conversations, I'm sure, in a lot of households. And the thing is that if we're not mindful of the people that we have around us, they can do that very thing to us.
Exactly. That's why I'm very careful on the company I keep. My wife will tell you I'm very particular who I let in my circle because I understand because a person said they like you, they don't like you.
Absolutely. Love is an action word.
Correct.
It is what you do. I have a friend of mine who I call it a bat signal. When people post things on Facebook, if they're not feeling good, or if they're sharing something that is very vulnerable, and I know that they're not as vulnerable, I don't post on Facebook and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," this, that, and the other.
I give them a call.
I give them a call. I say, "Hey, what do you need? Do you need me? I'm coming. I'm showing up."
Exactly.
But I'm not showing up because I'm jealous, because I'm envious, or I'm, my grandma used to say, jealousy has been here in the beginning of Cain and Abel, but she always said, but it doesn't have to reign in you.
And that's a very true statement.
It doesn't have to reign in you. That's something that stuck with me, and it sticks with me. It's something that I share with my children.
Yeah.
It does not have to reign in you. You got to be very, very, very careful.
And you don't need a lot of people around you to feel validated. You don't need a lot of people around you to feel validated. You do that all by yourself when you wake up in the morning. When God grace you that life, He don't validate you right there on the spot. You don't need people around you to validate you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to agree with you on that. This is a very, very sad situation. I'm seeing, death all up and down my timeline. Just young people, that are not alive anymore, and family members and things like that. It's all these things are very close to home.
Yeah, there's no more old grave no more. There's young graves.
Yeah. It's happening just rapidly. And the funny thing, I won't even say it's funny, but the odd thing that mind baffles me is that people are standing around that they can help, but they're standing with their cell phones,
video recording you, right,
recording everything that is happening.
Yeah.
We just seen it with the young man, Quavo, or whatever his name was, the rapper, who is no longer here, and they just sat there and they recorded this boy on the ground. It's no longer are we've
been desensitized from even helping somebody now. It's I can get some likes off this here, or I get some, really, this is a life. We I think this is where family is important, because when you have a mother and a father that truly love each other, and they begin to pull something inside you amazing, what happens, you begin to care about things around you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Till you don't be to the point where you don't care about life itself. I mean, it's sad to say, I see so many young men, they would literally destroy themselves on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
They would chase a high that would kill them tomorrow. They would chase a thrill that would take their life out today. They don't care about their own life, so why should they care about yours? But when you talk to them, they didn't have no substance to keep them, or to even give them some vision to see tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they don't see tomorrow; they live for today only, and that's what's going on today. People think about today or a one-time paycheck, not realizing that yes, tomorrow may not be promised to you, but it's going to come regardless, whether you're here or not.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to live? Are you going to live expecting to see tomorrow, or are you going to just aspire away? But then when you die, what you going to leave? behind you? What kind of legacy? Oh, John. Oh man, God, John was a mess. Or, oh no, John was a blessing to us.
Yeah. We're seeing now that even I noticed it at my mother's funeral. There were so many people that came from all over. I had some of these people I hadn't seen in years. They came to bury her, but when she was in need and she needed help, um, I didn't see any of these people.
Yeah, the same thing.
People will come near and far to bury you, but they will not come near and far to come and see about you.
Correct.
And that bothers me, to no end. And you're helping me with that also. You're telling me, to just, me being a therapist, I have to help, so many different people. And I want to say something sometimes that I know is wrong, but I know I can't say it. I have to be very careful of what I say. But sometimes people, they just suck.
Yeah.
People suck.
Yeah.
And then you have people that are trying to do good, and they keep going, and those are the ones that you see that are just it's just so painful to see, like you just trying and they giving their all, and nobody is reaching back.
That's why I don't expect. That's why I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't expect nothing from nobody. I don't expect nothing from nobody because
you know how to say your wife will tell you. I'm sitting right here.
She will tell you.
Oh, you smell good.
Because I understand people be in your life for years and a whole childhood, and when something tragic happened to you, they know where to be found. You can't even get a phone call or even a Facebook post from them. But as soon as something happens to them, they want to give you a call because they want you to know that you're going to be there for them. It's like they want to pull and drain from you, but they're not there to even help fill you back up.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad. I think people have their values messed up in life where they put themselves first and not God first. But they say God is first. But what God is, God of money.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go into our next segment.
Yeah.
You guys can still call in at 754-303-9976.
We are here. We are here.
We are here. We are here. We are here. We watch so many children's shows. So let me tell you guys, I have still been reading. I just keep bringing it back up. Dominique Dumerville, she wrote this book called Just Between Us Girls. And let me tell you.
Don't cover my ears.
Don't cover your ears.
Okay, I'm just trying to find
This book is amazing, guys. It is amazing. This is what it looks like. Just Between Us Girls. And this is the author at the end here, Dominique Dumerville. And so we're going to go into our next segment, which is called what?
Pillow Talk.
We're going into our next segment called Pillow Talk. And so with Pillow Talk, we usually, we often always bring up different cards and things like that
with questions.
It has questions, and we ask each other some questions, and we give it to you guys so that you can, do these things within your relationship.
Correct.
And you can ask your spouse during Pillow Talk. Hey, everybody over there on Instagram. You can ask your people or your spouse these questions during Pillow Talk.
Correct.
So I'm on chapter 7 in her book. I'm actually I'm just kind of like studying in this book. And like I said, it's a really good book, right? And it's talking about intimacy. Do you know? I think y'all are grown. Y'all can handle this. Do you know that there are a lot of women that are not having orgasms?
It's quiet in the set.
No, it's you the one quiet.
Oh no, I hear it.
Do
all
you
the time.
know that there are a lot of women who are that I know that are in their 40s who come to therapy and say, I have not ever had an orgasm. I don't know what it is. And my husband is not satisfying me in the way that he thinks that he is. Now, I'm not talking about us because I know my body. I know me.
And, the thing is as
I'm not going to be left behind.
We have to learn. We have to learn how to listen to our spouse on what they want from us. We can't think that we know what a woman wants because we're not a woman. And I think that's a lot of men's problem. They don't know how to listen with an opening ear to learn.
Because, I believe that most men are so used to because it's an instant gratification. An orgasm is an instant gratification if it's done properly, right? But when you're making love to somebody, now this is for the grown folks. If you're not married, don't be all up in this segment. This is for the grown folks.
But you can learn.
But you can learn. So some women I have found they do not know their bodies. They don't know what they like, and they are used to just simple things. And I've found that women are a little bit more freakier than men think they are.
I
Like
could believe that.
what I think is funny is that men would want to have sex with all these different women, and I mean tear them out the frame, right? Then when they get with their wife, they're like, no, I want you to be missionary. I want you to just be, you can't do this. And then come to find out that's not what that woman wants. She wants what you were trying to give all these other women. And sometimes these men they're not doing this. I come across so many women that say that they would like if they were able to do other things.
Some men I do speak to, they say that, oh, I need multiple women to satisfy me. But how can you need multiple women to satisfy you when you can't satisfy one?
And that's a word right there. If you can't satisfy one, how are you going to satisfy multiple? And it doesn't matter. Like,
people think that, oh, just get in the bed. No, it start off early in the morning when you wake up. Do you have to give her a kiss? Did you hug her? Did you touch her intimately? Did you, hug her? Did you do certain things that she liked? Did you make her meal? Did you tell her, baby, you look sexy? Did you smell? You smell wonderful. Did you call her? Did you send her, a picture? And put in a picture, delete after watching.
Let me tell you, my son one day went through our phone.
Oh, Jesus.
And he accidentally saw a picture, and we had to have a conversation about going through my phone. Now, this is some transparency
on
for
my
you.
phone.
So now we have locks on our phones. And he was like, Mommy, what is this daddy sending you? I was like, hey, let me see my phone, man. Let me see. What did he send me? It's my present. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys go through this. Don't be so saved that this has never happened to you. But children can really, 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 they can bombard. They can just, oh my goodness. So we had to have a little conversation about what it means to not go through mommy's phone.
Correct.
And that whatever is happening between mommy and daddy, that's our business.
But anyway.
Go ahead.
We as men, we have to begin to love and learn our woman, our wife. How should we treat her? How should we love her? How should we, we think that we know everything. We don't know nothing about a woman.
Well, are you saying that because it's so, I heard this from an older lady. She said a woman can lay on her back longer than a man can stay up.
That is true.
So with that being said, is it because you guys climax faster than us?
That's not always true. Because the fact is, you could climax fast, slow, however you want to, but if you're not satisfied in that party, it's still a waste.
Some women stay in a relationship with men because they're like,
it's
what?
Convenience.
At least they're here. At least they're taking care of the kids. And these women have never experienced anything other than just a mess of a whatever. They're like, oh, it's fine. It felt good for the moment.
And the sad part about it, when you look at a woman draw, you see toys.
I don't have not a one toy. I've never had to use toys with you. And this is absolutely amazing. And I come from a world where toys were the it thing. And it is wonderful that I can be with you, and I am completely mentally and physically satisfied.
And I think that's the problem right now.
That's a problem, that I'm mentally and physically satisfied?
No, I'm talking about other people, because they don't understand how to be mentally satisfied with themselves.
And I'm not just saying this for hype, because I would be honest and be like, no, dude, you're trash. And we probably wouldn't be together.
Yeah, you probably got
if you didn't know what to do, some
we won't have none of our kids.
But we wouldn't have any kids. But so do you think And I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. I see some of y'all dropping off. Y'all like, this is not for me.
I am too saved.
I'm too saved. But for those of you
Jesus.
those of you who are waiting or who are still here and you're still on, do you think that if there are men that are on here, do you think that you're satisfying your wife? And also, do you think that you're mentally, I guess,
Well,
even satisfying her? Like,
did you ask her do that? Do you satisfy her? That's a question.
That's a question.
You know, when
to
I
ask,
asked
yeah.
my wife and I said I really want, I want and I desire to satisfy my wife. I don't think a man should be in a relationship and cannot satisfy who he is with. Because that's a serious problem, because mentally a woman could check off so fast you would never know it.
That's why that old lady said a woman can lay down longer than a man can stay up. Because like most women can, like he said, we will check out. So we can lay there and go through the motions. It's nothing, we can fake it, all of that stuff. It's so easy. And y'all, and most men are thinking, oh, I'm doing all of this, I'm doing all of that. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. I have several women that ask me, how can I get him to do this and do that? And I said, you have to open up to him and you have to ask him. I'm married to this man because he allows me to be myself, number one. When we first got together, I came from a different world. And there were things that I was into, and he was like, hold up, swole up. We ain't doing that. That's not something that I'm into.
Nope.
But this is what I'm willing to do. We can try this and we can do these particular things, and let's see what it leads to.
So we ain't going no further. No.
You'll say for pineapples.
Pineapple. I'm going to sleep. No. You know, the thing is we have to begin to have a discussion. What do you like, dear? How can I satisfy you? You know,
we said that already.
Yes, I'm gonna keep on saying it because people not hearing that part.
They hear you.
The thing is you may make one wave, but if that wave not coming to shore, we got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. You make one wave, but that wave ain't coming to shore. That's a problem.
So your analogies, they get the best of you sometimes, and sometimes I don't even understand your analogies.
You know how they say it's not the how you say it's not the motion of the boat.
It's the motion in the ocean, man.
You know what I'm talking about. Gosh, don't do me like that.
So I don't know. I forgot about that one. But anywho, thank you to the one person that's still on here.
Hello.
I knew this was gonna be a bit much because the people that we have on here, it can be a bit much.
The thing is let's talk marriage. If you're not able to ready to talk about everything, you're not ready to be married.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to talk to your spouse for everything, no matter what it is. Mom and daddy, sister, brother. We can talk about that all day long, but what about the relationship is part? What about the part in the bedroom? What about the part in the shower? What about the part in the car? What about the discussion that we had that nobody else will see or hear? That's the part that keep the marriage together.
Right. And if people are not having these conversations, then it's not oftentimes it's not what you think it is. And yes, Henrietta Carvel, communication is definitely key. You gotta talk to your spouse, and you gotta let them know, hey, this is what's going on with me. And some men have extremely big egos, and like I know a woman who she shared with me, and she said, I can't tell him because I don't want to break his ego. I don't want to hurt his feelings. But I'm like, he's hurting your feelings. You're not satisfied, and you're talking to other women trying to figure out what you should do to please yourself. And I think that's horrible that you have to do that. That after you make love to the person that you're with, you're still not satisfied. You're faking like you are. You're miserable. You're angry. You're frustrated, and you have to walk around your house as if everything is okay. And all the kids are trying to figure out, why is mommy going crazy?
It's like that. What the comedian said. He said, you can be in there frying chicken, and the woman walk out the house looking all sexy. Hold up, baby, where you going like that? Looking all nice and sexy. No, come here. Let me go ahead and handle this right now. So you get out there, you don't worry about nobody else touching you.
Yeah, I think that's how infidelity starts as well. Because yeah, go ahead.
You know how many women walk out of there that's not been pleased by their husband, and they run into a man that actually looked very nice and well put together, and all they could think about, I guarantee he could satisfy me. I would
Mhm.
like to find out if he could satisfy me. And because you are so, egotism in your mind and flying so high over the cloud, you can't even see your own spouse, seeing that she's miserable.
Mhm.
And while you sitting there looking at her, she looked at, in her mind, she wondering, how long is it going to take?
That is definitely true. Oh my goodness. I've never been there, not with you, but I've experienced that before. Like, how long is this going to take? What can I do to make this go faster? And let me tell you, to be in that mind frame,
That
it's
is
like
bad.
it's really, really bad. But I'm glad that I could have these types of talks with you. And we've been together 16 years.
Uh-huh. We still together.
And you were a quick learner. You were a fast learner. So I don't have to. I'm telling you, when I left the lesbian world, I was like, God, how is this man gonna, what am I gonna do with this man? And I'm telling you, you learned very quickly. And I was like, boy, Lord, thank you. And he has a bonus. I don't have to go buy it. Amazing. Amazing. I'm telling
But
you.
people, let's listen to each other. Communication is the
Yes.
key. And don't think that you are the
Are
best
you
thing she ever had.
wait.
Yes, I
Did
am.
you
Yes, I am.
I
Yes, I
see.
did. I
I
just did.
saw
Yes,
it.
I did.
Don't play with
Uh,
me. You usually be trying to get me to go here. Something finally
no, I'm
opening
still
up.
there. But I'm saying, don't
Okay.
think you the best she ever had. Because I guarantee other women have heard better stories from her, and it's not you.
Yeah, that's true. You should hear some of the conversations that I have with my girlfriends, and let me tell you, you men, you think that you hitting on something, you ain't hitting on nothing, and it's really, really, it's just sad. But with that being said, we're going to get off that subject. That is the first and last time that I'm ever going to bring up sex. Like, well, you know what?
I guarantee.
I want to know
I guarantee
because
this won't
there's
be the
some.
last time.
Well, it probably won't. But listen, there's some older people that are on here. I can see you guys in the comment section, and I also see you, some of you behind the thing here. Let me ask you this, because I've always wanted to know. I don't see it anywhere in the Bible, but I know you guys will let me know. Is oral sex okay or not? Why you is oral sex okay or is it not? Like, because they're saying that should Christians not do that? Because
Well,
hold on, the Bible says that the bed is undefiled, right?
mhm.
But isn't there something that can defile it? I
That's
really don't know the answer to that question.
it's what I
And
hear a lot
so
of old
wait,
people
but
tell me. What happened in your four walls? Stay behind your four walls. You should not be discussing how you please your
I
spouse to
know, but
other
if it's
people,
not, but is it
because what
pleasing
it
to the
do,
Lord?
it well, I
We ain't
believe.
talking about to
Well,
share with other
number one, I
people.
believe that when God made husband and
Ilias,
wife,
listen,
He
it's
made
not.
us to please each other.
Somebody said that's your convictions. Listen, Yasmin, does it say it? Are we
The
not
Bible.
supposed to do that?
That's why I said the bed is undefiled between husband and wife. Anything you do between each other should stay there.
But
This
no,
hold on, this how marriages get broken up, and people end up having
I'm not
outside. Like,
saying
listen, let
telling
me
other
finish it.
people.
No,
Go
see,
ahead, go
number
ahead, go
one,
ahead.
what happened in your bedroom should stay there.
Right. We're not
Now,
talking about sharing.
if it's something that make you feel convicted, hey, baby, I didn't enjoy that. Let's not do it again. No problem. No problem. Pineapples. Call a code word. No, baby. That don't go there. This is communication. It's how we learn how to please each other.
Right.
Because
That don't go there.
you can't
Jesus Christ.
think that you please him by doing anything that you did outside the world. What you did with
Very
other
good.
people, stay number one. You should learn that. That's why I tell people, when you had so many multiple partners, you try to do the same thing you did to everybody out there to your spouse, and she with that program.
No, that don't work.
No, baby, that don't go there, baby. No, we're not putting that there. No, your tongue don't go there. No, let's not. Hey, stop out. No, hold on. Let me draw your map. Let me draw your map.
Not the map.
Because you're messing up right now. I was there. I am completely out of this right now. You know, so I'm going to get TV. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to be it.
Not the map and go watch TV.
You know,
silly.
The bed is undefiled, what the Bible says. When he made husband and wife, they supposed to become one. So we should understand what please each other at the same time. That's what discussion come in there.
Remember somebody told us that we're going to hell if we're doing that. And we looked at each other. Pineapple. Let me tell you, people have said all
you can't have discussion with people that read one verse and they run with it.
Oh my gosh! They told us that what they said that you're if you do that, you got a succubus spirit and it's sucking you out the life out of you. I was like, wait, what? Pineapples. If you guys could be the fly on the wall, the people that have conversations.
That's why you have to be very careful who you talk to.
Oh my God!
People do not know anything. They go by their personal experience, or they go by what somebody else said that they did not study itself. And come and tell you something.
Jasmine, just hit the share button on your screen, and you can share it to whomever. It'll go straight to Facebook or wherever you want it to go. But that is funny. When we first got married, people used to always try to counsel us. They would say, oh, y'all are young and you gotta do this, and I'm just like, what? Your marriage look like it sucks.
And conversation with them be like, something.
Your husband got a wandering eye. He's looking all over, and every time you see a pretty little girl come in, he say, hey, look at that young thing, let me talk to you.
Or when we separate and talk, man, the mano to mano, and she talked to the ladies, I hear a conversation from the men be like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, you should hear his conversations.
And it's like, sometimes I've been looking at him like, and then the woman like, oh yeah, I do this, but then he tell another different story. Oh, I was with so-and-so last night, but the wife don't know it, don't tell nobody. I'm like, what the heck? I gotta hold all these secrets?
Yep. He don't hold them. He tell me, and I be like,
no, I don't tell.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't tell.
You tell.
No, I do not tell.
You don't tell everything.
I don't tell nothing.
You tell me.
I don't tell nothing.
Wait, you don't tell me everything?
I don't tell you everything.
You don't?
No.
Ooh.
Only pillow talk we talk.
No, you trying to laugh that thing up. Now I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions tonight.
Oh, you can ask all the questions?
You can tell me.
I ain't taking nothing now.
Yes. No, geez.
No,
stop trying to. Oh, you always I'm
not trying to bypass it.
No, don't be on this thing and then you get bopped in the head.
I'm gonna bobble it down.
They're gonna be like, oh, domestic violence on the show. We're not doing that either.
No, but honestly, men.
We always do that. Oh yeah, no, honestly.
We men sit here and the couples.
I really want to know how many secrets you're holding from me.
I ain't holding no secrets.
You liar.
We sit here and we have conversations with different couples, and the conversation they have separate is like, me and the wife come together and collaborate the conversation. We looking at each other like, they lie.
Yeah, somebody lied.
Somebody lied because
our relationship is really like I believe that I don't. Apparently, I just found out that you don't tell me everything, but I'm very open with. Don't do that. The people on iHeartRadio.
I'm talking about other people's business.
I know what.
What you talking about? You okay? Don't cross the lines.
Pineapples. No. Pineapples. That's my safe word. Pineapples. So what I'm saying is that I'm very open with you about a lot of things, and I thought that it was always good for me to be open with you, so that I could talk with you and share with you what I like, what I don't like, what I'm willing to do, which I'm willing to do a lot. But I bet you do. But there are people who don't. And yeah, you do hear when we get, with a lot of these couples, we do discuss with each other. So when, when people say, oh, I'm not going to tell my spouse, no, we talk with each other. A lot of things that he's shared with me, I've taken it to God in prayer, and I'm just like, God, help these people, because the wife doesn't know. She thinks she's in control of a lot of things, and the husband will come to him and pour out, and they're hurting and
And
they're
be tired of
crying.
them.
And then he's like, well, what do I do? I'm like, just continue to be there. There's nothing that you can do, because that's their relationship. And he
Correct.
always says to them, I can't tell you what to do with your wife, man.
That's your wife. You married
That's
her.
your wife. You married her. You're going to have to man up in some kind of way, because we've already been there, done that.
Correct.
And we don't put outsiders into our relationship to try and mess us up. We know what works for us, and that's it. And we've been together
Yes.
long enough to, and now, we have this talk show.
Correct.
And we're not going behind the scenes and knocking each other out, and we're really having a good time. These latter years for us have been just amazing.
I mean, we're getting better and
We
better every
keep
year.
getting better and better.
And that's because we mature in our own relationship with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
And that's where maturity come in. When you are a mature adult, you're able to go to your spouse and say, hey, baby, what did I do that didn't please you? Baby, did you climax today? What
Because
could be wrong?
if I don't, I'm gonna get
And
you tomorrow.
as a man, it make me feel bad when I cannot please my wife, and I gotta ask questions. What did I do wrong? Or I literally like, okay, what do I need to do for myself, mentally, spiritually, and physically, that I'm able to please my wife? Because sometimes it be with us that we just can't please our wife, because in our mind we think we got the, and actuality, we wet noodle.
Well, for me, if you're not,
Oh, you let me know.
I'll let you know.
Oh yeah,
But
we
then
all have a bad
but
day.
then I give you, I give you a couple of hours, or I catch you the next day. I'll be okay.
Yeah. So
I'll be okay.
the thing is, man, don't.
But I know it's not gonna be like all the time where I'm just gonna be like
And it might
never.
be vice versa. So it's like,
Right.
don't sit here and act like, oh yeah, I'm doing it. No,
I'm
you're
not doing
not. Because
nothing.
sometimes I speak to their wife separately. She be like, what did I need to give my husband so he could stay up a little longer?
Mm-hmm. Hello, somebody.
Do this help that issue?
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, the husband just told me he was knocking them back out of the chores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to have a discussion, because I'm tired of trying to help y'all.
And then if you've been together long enough,
you should know.
You should know.
You should know. But
You should know.
What happened is people get old.
Oh, look what Yasmin said. She said, I'm you. You should know if your spouse did, or if they didn't. You should know.
The thing is, some people in a marriage are married to each other, but not with each other.
Yeah. They're in their mind, they're with another woman.
Yeah. Oh, no, they actually with another woman,
Well, yeah.
or another man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, especially at my job. They are they're a festival like a pot of gumbo.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
But some things, like as you get older, I believe that of course things change. It changes a lot in men. So I know that he's exercising more. He's eating differently. You've stopped eating meat.
Correct.
You've stopped eating a lot of things because it can mess with. I believe and this is just me talking with different men that have these dysfunctions. It can mess with their psyche.
Yeah.
I can't please not let alone my wife, but I can't please anybody. I can't even please myself. So
like I tell people, I'm quick to go out there and exercise, work out, especially when I notice my body. I'm at gaining weight. That's another issue.
You guys got especially black men.
Black men.
That's a number one penis killer.
Around drinking all this, cow milk and different dairy products. That's another downside. Turn around, then you sit there. If you're masturbating all day long, I know I shouldn't be saying masturbate, but it's facts. All day long,
masturbate. That's a word
you actually damaging yourself. You're not helping yourself.
Yeah.
If you sitting here looking at porno all day long, you're damaging yourself, because mentally, when you have an intercourse with your wife, you have an intercourse with the only woman you see on the video,
and it don't.
And it
like
does
that.
not work that way, because why? You too excited, you're gonna blow up before it's time to come up, and she gonna be really mad because why? She didn't get a chance to even get to the come up.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you understand that it's a man's responsibility to wake up and take care of his body, it's not her responsibility to go in the kitchen, cook you all your food to make sure your body stay healthy. It's your responsibility to make sure you eat the healthy food. I mean, because I ain't gonna lie, I go in there, I fry some chicken and heartbeat, I'm not eating no meat. And she tell you, I'll go to the restaurant. No, I'll get a salad. I'm fine because I have to reset my body where I can able to stay young. Heck, I'm 46 years old. I'm blessed to be this year to see this years of my life, and I'm trying to see more years. But I
Mm-hmm.
cannot see it if I'm destroying my body internally because then at the same time, yes, I may not be able to please her physically because I've destroyed my body. But guess what? I'll be an 80-year-old man in a young man body because you don't take care of your body. So you have to a man have to take care of his body. So if you're 47 years old, you should at least be 37 in your body
Yeah.
because you're taking your body, you eat the right food, you exercise, and you in the right mind of space in your head. But we too busy thinking that we are the funk and not realizing we are the funk.
You make me sick.
I know, I do. I love you too.
All right. So we're actually getting ready to sign off. But before we sign off, I wanted to share this scripture with you guys.
After all that time conversation.
Well, I mean, we could talk about sex. These people got to get with the program, or you're gonna be sitting around here looking crazy. And I'm not finna be saved and sexless. God said, "Let us come together." I want to come together,
You know,
especially after the enemy has
what
tried to
the,
come and attack you.
let me ask you a question. What
What?
do people be thinking when the Bible said, let man and woman come together? Let a husband and wife come together. What do they think? They could come together and pray? It's only so much prayer you can do.
I'm telling you, sex relieves headaches. It relieves
It
muscle
actually help you to
spasms.
be younger too because you relieve all that pressure.
It relieves attitudes. If
Yes.
I got a bad attitude, he's always saying, "I think you come here. Let me talk to
Come
you
on,
for a
let's
minute.
have a conversation.
Let me talk to you for
Kids
a
do
minute.
not knock on this
Don't knock
door.
on this door. Your mama need a little help.
She's
Like
gonna take a nap.
and mama finna go take a nap. Like, come on. Like, don't be like this. Anywho, so we're going to go to First Corinthians 13 and 4 through 8. And it talks about love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, and then it goes into a bunch of other things here, but I like number 7 where it says it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. And here Yasmin puts, be fruitful and multiply, have sex, love on each other, talk to each other, and pray.
When you are intimacy with each other, you help
Intimate.
intimate with each other. You help each other become one unit.
Mm-hmm.
One unit. What happened is when you intertwine with other people, you begin to forge your body with theirs. Then you get home and wonder why there's problem in your own marriage because you are taking a person that don't belong in your bedroom. You bring them into your bedroom and you bring a problem with it because the demons that they may be fighting with, you bring it into your own bed.
So we were gonna sign off because that's what I was ending with. But since you brought that up, Fabian is over here crying, laughing. This is Yasmin's husband, guys. She said, "Be fruitful and multiply." And he is,
Yeah, man, I like
but
that.
that's not why he's laughing. He's laughing at other stuff. But nevertheless, um, this is something that I share with. It is a known fact. We tell people this in therapy. Be careful who you're laying down with. That energy,
Yeah.
even if people don't believe in spiritual things, the energy alone itself,
You transfer
you
energy.
are transferring these things into you, and then you're trying to give it to all these other people, and it does not
And
work.
you are giving them something. You're
Yeah.
giving them issues and problems and drama. And you wonder what's wrong with you. Why in the way I'm acting the way I'm acting because you got too many spirits. It's all the way around you.
Mhm.
And then you can't please anybody because you are mentally messed up, spiritually messed up. And then you're trying to fix everybody else. No. You need to
Fix
go
yourself.
fix yourself first. Matter of fact, purge your body from
Yeah.
all other people. Then you're able to please who you with.
Hey, I agree. That's what we had to do. Pineapples, baby, that don't go there. I'm a man, Damien. Oh my gosh, you guys have to watch Friday After Next. We say, I'm a man. I'm a man, Damien. I'm a man.
You know something? I'm going to look at TV.
Anywho, we thank you guys for watching and commenting and sharing. We thank you for just coming on and supporting us. We really, truly love you guys with the love of the Lord. And there is absolutely.
I mean, we actually enjoy doing this. And hopefully we can grow it to something more.
Look, Yasmin, tell me, wait, what is pineapple?
That's the cold word, girl. That's the cold word.
That's the cold word.
When you want to get out of certain things.
When you want to get out of certain
things.
When
something don't go a certain place, pineapples.
So it pineapples came from Kevin Hart when he was talking about how his wife was having him in all sort of positions, and he was like, pineapples, I don't do that.
Yeah.
So pineapples is the code word to get out of sexual positions that you don't want to be in.
Yes.
Use it on Fabian. Pineapples, Fabian. Pineapples.
I mean, he may have to use that.
He may have to use it. Yeah, look. Yasmin's short, but I'm sure she's feisty. She seems feisty. Anywho, I'm trying to get off.
Okay, let's go.
I mean, we have things to do.
Yes, we do.
Oh gosh, not that, because I'm sleeping.
I know that. What? See, you took out the wrong code word.
You taking up the wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying let's go.
It's always you.
I know.
Jesus, God, help us, help us. We have one last comment, and she just said, "Very." Let me leave this lady alone. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and sign off.
Yes, we're gonna sign off, guys. We love you. Please check us out on all social platforms. Like and share. If it's not for you, again, share it to somebody else. It might be for them. Don't be scared to comment. Leave a comment on the dashboard. Don't not, if you have a topic you want to discuss, hey, bring it up. We're not scared of any topic. We are basically transparent person. We talk about everything, no matter what it is, because we are talking about preserving our family, our husband and wife, because today's time there's now just wives or husbands. And oh my God, we're not getting into that.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for coming on and being on here with us this late hour. And we know you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here.
Hey, man, thank you.
Goodbye, Ilias.
Goodbye.
Get your life together.
You are my life.
Oh, you need to
wait till this go off.
Pineapples.